Hello and welcome to Tablebreakers. Almost said gatekeepers. Tonight we are the first part of tonight's steampunk game. My name is Bruce, and with me we have Baron G-Rock. We have the Cigar DM, Saint Rant of Kai, or Saint Kai of Rant, however you take that. Kai and Rant are synonymous. Shadow and Sun grabbing a breather for a moment, and Jaide. Welcome one and all.
Salutations.
Hi there. One moment. Google Drive. Okay, Drive.Google. Where did I
upload a new character thingy?
Okay, right there. Open? No. Open the other window. Forgive me for 1 second, but beyond that. So I assumed everyone ignored the handouts that I sent as per normal.
No.
Actually, I ignored it. I'm sorry, dude.
No, it's okay.
I plan to read it Saturday before my game.
You know what? That's fully okay. It wouldn't be a pseudo-militaristic game without if anyone was actually awake during anything important being written or discussed. I'm okay with this. Okay, paste, you motherfucker.
Right,
I read most of it.
Yay, good for you.
Kai, are you the one sharing the screen tonight?
Did I?
Yeah, are you sharing the
Yes,
screen?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I was just wondering if there was something that you could do to make the rolls global, because I'm rolling dice. Oh, never mind, I see it. I wasn't seeing my dice rolls earlier.
I'm sorry. I'm about as technologically proficient with this as
All right, I was just wanting to make sure that the dice rolls were happening.
Awesome. We're good. Good. Now that horrible picture up there. So anyway, wow, there's a lot of dice on the screen now. Sorry, this is how it usually starts out, fumbling about. Okay.
It's all right. My name is Bilius Maximus, Republican War Wizard. Attorney at law. Things have been kind of dark lately.
That works for me. Okay, documents that don't matter.
I'm getting some items sized. They're getting sized from the tailors, not seized. That would imply that I didn't pay my bill. I have plenty of gold, you fop.
Of course.
When did Bilius become Skeletor?
I was just thinking that.
Recent upgrade, change of world, loss of eye, loss of face.
Well, empty. What a world!
But
I'm melting.
anyway, you wonderful screw jobs of Delta Squad of the Presidential Bodyguard, also known as the First Mobile Infantry, also known as the Blue Jackets, have been unfortunately stuck due to the Navy having screwed up and blown a turbine on the airship, and it needs to put down here for the next 6 weeks as repairs have to be done on a machine that's been out of production for at least a millennia and a half since the last time anyone knew how to build a new one of it. So many a tech wizard is currently busily over with the yard dogs yelling at the ship. So you and the president are without their magical flying fortress, and you have unfortunately put down it's in your country. It's in the city's called Grand Harbor. It's a decent sized city, and for the next couple of weeks, you have to pretty much guarantee the president gets to enjoy his birthday and a summit that are all unfortunately being redirected to a retreat off in the off on the corner spick of the peninsula nearby. Spit of land. Let's see if I can find the frickin' tab. to be able to move it. There we go. Drag to reset. Nope. That it? Yeah. So down here in the south, in this little itty bitty thing, is the presidential retreat, the floating dry dock where the airships park, and the city. Please forgive my horrible MS Paint painting skills, for I did not have time to draw this on paper, scan it in, and make it look pretty.
Considering you did this in the last hour.
We'll be doing an MST3 style roast of this later. Don't worry.
Yeah. I did this all in an hour. So
I think I drew the same exact picture when I was in my monster drawing phase, like 50 years ago.
Yeah, well,
So,
unfortunately, I couldn't give you this quality of map, which is what I would normally do, or this quality map, which is also what I would normally be doing. But instead, you're getting, behold, MS Paint. But
go
yeah,
back to
this
that
map,
go back to that black and white middle shot.
this one.
Yeah, I gotta say, I love that monster claw coming down in the middle of the ocean there. That's just
Oh,
awesome.
this one right here.
That's like
You
fantasy Italy. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
After it took off the boot, that's what's underneath
Yeah.
the boot, right? You take
Um,
off the boot, and that's what you get.
but it's actually a massive inlet in the sea, and that's full of troll and cat people pirates. You don't want to go there.
Sorry about that.
No. It's
No, the
it's a
racetrack.
It's your hey, it's your neighbors, and you should, as President of Vineyards, know who your neighboring problems are, and that is the massive troll and cat and giant cat people pirate problem that's down there, which is a minor problem. But don't worry about that. You're not dealing with them right now. Anyway.
That sounds so much happier. Yes, we're not dealing with them right now. We're not dealing with those people.
Well, you're not. I mean, they're being
Since when did
somewhat.
my voice become default shitty magic user? Who's in charge of this anyway? Hold on.
You. 1 second. I'm not in control of you. I can give you orders if you want, but no, it's you for right now.
It's a fun thing.
But no, the city's currently in a large amount of chaos due to the fact that, one, the having to scramble to you group get unfortunately drawn the evening shift of you had to be on standby and somewhere down in the city doing something productive during the evening hours, while everybody else gets to stay in the nice renovated fortress on a hilltop, which is what for right now you got the day to enjoy yourself before you have to go out and do work. As if you do any of you like to bother to listen in to the general communications traffic that's bouncing around this rather dark and it is definitely your smoke and coal ash filled dark little narrow city of electric lights, so you're pretty sure even the daytime is still somewhat overcast and miserable.
I'll be right back.
No problem. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll be listening to comm chatter.
Yeah,
That's my job.
that is your job. Currently, there seems to be a small, minor disturbance happening with the local police having a standoff going on between what looks to be some people of the Halfling Underground Underhill Railroad trying to save the Halflings from extermination against a Drow Sword Saint group who's currently on there fulfilling their racial honorable death oath to murder every halfling ever existing, but because some allies who are here to preserve the continued existence of halfling kind are having a standoff with the drow, with some drow, and the police are trying to de-escalate the problem in town somewhere, which that's the current minor issue that's currently happening. That's causing problems. On top of that, there's also a bit of I'll stop there. Does that sound interesting, or are you just going to let that little radio traffic of blip just kind of fade off?
Sounds below our pay grade.
It technically is. I mean, it's a minor incident. So after about an hour, it backs off as the people manage to preserve this breeding pair of halflings. Disgusting. And continuing to keep that endangered species breathing for a few days long, for a few months longer. Which for most of you, I obviously it's not of your concern, but hey, it's just a minor detail. That was as the day proceeds. There's a bit of a snarl that's happening, involving a small banking meeting is happening up in the green zone, in the international zone of town, where a bunch of banking execs are currently having a small issue. But again, does that sound below your pay grade or not?
I'm gonna note that down. Make sure if anything does happen, and if it relates to our charge, I will have it documented.
All right. As a little bit more time kind of passes through, it's getting towards afternoon. Your shift will be starting in a few hours, and it mostly comes to a small little exchange that's broken up quickly between the Leprechaun banking guilds and the Goblin banking guilds representatives, almost coming to blows, but they're broken up by the police by a very small margin, which of course makes a number of people angry and disgruntled. There might be problems with your retirement plans coming in up in the next few months if they can't settle their issues. But beyond that, that's not a problem, right? I mean, depends on which banking sector company you suck your substantial paychecks with.
I will note the bank and the disturbance. Basically,
In your log.
Yeah, I'm going to note it in the log because if it could become important if they blame our charge for it.
Yeah. Alrighty. As you keep pushing a little bit, as it gets a little bit further closer to your shift starts, you can hear the wonderful sound of the shore patrol having to go haul in some rowdy members of the crew of the ship who have been allowed on shore leave. They're just
Rowdy members of the crew on shore leave. Who would ever think?
that would be, I know, right? Considering the president never lets them have a fucking downtime, it's almost like you think somebody might have thrown a wrench in the turbine or something. I don't know.
Quick! We need to sabotage the president's office with a big, busty, red-headed succubus. A female, yes, woman with a vagina! And we will sabotage them, and it will distract the president, and he will allow people to have fun for once, because that's what he used to do. He is a personal friend of ours.
Right? That's about like, so yeah. So unless you want to help, your wonderful military police have a little bit of time to go deal with the crew that you get to spend a lot of time with. But beyond
I will actually pay those crew members a visit and remind them of who's on board and the severity of their lack of decorum while off.
Oh shit, Commissar! Oh fuck, we're in trouble. How much justice? How much punishment justice are you going to give?
Well, I'll start with the stern gaze let them know just how disappointed I am with them, and send them below decks to learn some respect via the assistance of the men at arms that are under my charge,
Yes.
and make sure they do not cause the surgeon too much grief in dealing with the consequences.
Yes. Beatings will continue until morale improves. Gotcha.
You're being
Precisely.
you're being very beneficent there.
I would recommend stacks of oranges, but I'm not really in a good mood.
Understood.
Do we
All
have
right.
a deckhand that's good with a mandolin, or maybe
Yes.
something? We need to have that individual start playing something a little bit like motivational, not quite nationalistic. Don't play the fucking national anthem, but like a little bit of some cheery tune to where we are going to get motivated. Come on, let's do it. Let's go to work. Do the words.
Might I recommend something from Steeler's Wheel?
As I hear these two go off on
Stuck in the middle with you.
as I hear these two
Same.
rattling off about music, I just go grab into my bag and pull out a violin and start playing a upbeat drinking saloon song. I don't know, an upbeat song.
I'm like you still, but sing this.
Fantastic. All righty. Okay. As your wonderful dayside companions and cohorts come off their wonderful, they're busy little day, trying to corral things. You get the itinerary for the night, which is mostly the come 10 p.m. The president's having his birthday party and there's a large soiree. He wants the entire civilian district in that small spit of land that leads to the city cleared out, so that way he's won't have to worry about any problems of civilians being anywhere near the retreat and all the nobles. If you could take over moving them out and making sure everything's clear, that would be fantastic for us.
I will go see the quartermaster.
We've also been having a small bit of problem with let's see here. Yeah. There seems to be some people who don't like the idea that they're being kicked out because the president wants to have, no one normal, no civilians anywhere near his retreat, which is making us unpopular with the local National Guard. So
I will go speak with the chief of staff and the hopefully after the chief of staff, the quartermaster, to get lodgings and accommodations for those people who are being displaced for the evening.
All right, get to it. Good luck on your shift.
So yeah, I'll go find the chief of staff and approach him about that idea. Maybe we could get some compensation of some value to the people.
It's a very tired look. There's a very tired looking gnome who's pokes his head over a desk and is like, "Can I help you?"
Yes.
Yes, he is.
I figured
he is a currently overworked chief of staff right now.
I'm looking at him. I was like, my job is to keep our charge safe. So I'm going to be asking you this once, and you can say yes, and you can say no.
Right.
I'd like to get some compensation for the people we're outing for the evening so that they can have a good old time down at their local taverns or find lodging elsewhere.
Well, the problem here is the city's mostly booked up due to all the due to other things. We're trying to get them moving, but short notice and all the other problems. I mean, I can okay some money, but not much.
A little bit of
Now-
coin goes a long way.
Understood. But how much are you thinking about? How much should we be offering here? Are you going to be offering these poor people?
I figure a crown a piece,
As we sit
maybe.
here pulling out this big book. Yeah, look, help me out here. I'm listening. Sorry.
I figure a crown a piece, 5 coin worth. Well, nice evening somewhere.
I can deal with that. All right. You think 5 a night will work? Or are you okay? Yeah, I can.
Well,
that's a lot
we
of pens.
could
I gotta move.
find out what the average night is at one of the local establishments and parse that out as to means to cover their stays.
Depends what district it's in. It's going to be variable by zip code. But yes, consult me if you need answers.
I figured it'd be, averaged across the city. And then it's up to them where they actually want to stay.
It's another very tired-looking purser kind of pokes his head in and is like, "Oh God, I'll just go and try to see if I can get this paid off here." And he's just gonna go tiredly carrying paperwork off to go do something very miserable somewhere else.
And I tell them to stay away from XYZ district because that tends to have the most need of healers to remove disease.
Like I said, I don't mind where to go. Don't bother me none whatsoever, as long as they're out of my way.
That purser, I understand.
Do not hesitate to let us know if there's any resistance whatsoever.
I'll squawk you on the comms.
Well, you will be clearing out the dependents of the National Guard. You know that, right?
We'll make it up to them.
Make sure we do not take 7th Infantry with us. Those guys are notorious chubby chasers.
Right.
Well, you still got all them people in the brig. I figured you could probably borrow their pay for a little bit. They ain't gonna be needing it.
Understood. I'll get to signing everything out. He is very tired and moves off somewhere else.
Once I have the script or the parchment of leave for the money, I will go see the quartermaster, requisition what is needed, and go out to the people and start passing it out with them explicit instructions to vacate this side of the city. And I don't care where they go. This is all they're getting.
That's barely enough. A lot of them like this, but this is that's our play.
It's only for one night, people. You can find accommodations elsewhere. And this is the average cost of a place anywhere in the city. It's up to you how you want to spend it.
You have a lot of very, very unhappy people who are not looking happy. Like giving you this look of like.
When they look at me that way, I'm going to look at them and be like, look, you want someone to blame our engineers for breaking down your city.
That part they can probably get behind is simply as they can look across the harbor and look at the giant floating battleship that's just sitting in the harbor with a lot of magical little sparks flying off one of its wings.
We didn't choose to break down here, people. Now, get a move on.
You have a bunch of you hear some grumbling about fucker rigged the election anyway. Fuck this guy. He's a hero 30 years ago. Yeah, he's a fucking asshole now. Fucking that. Like I didn't vote for him, but fucker.
I'll make note of who they are, what they look like, and what they're saying.
Pretty much, they're saying the general idea that your wonderful the actual president's right hand woman was probably the one who guaranteed that everybody else who ran this election, like the last 2 elections, got no we're all discredited, and somehow the guy who's currently on his 15th year of his 10th year of fighting the insurrection down the colonies is somehow still the best guy we could possibly find, which of course leads to the ever-growing discomfort and dislike that most people seem to have with him. So they're kind of parroting their general dislike of your employer.
Like I said, I'll make note of it in my notebook and keep parsing out the money and getting people moving down to the district.
A few people do put up some a bit of struggle, some resistance, because the fucker could have given us some some prep, some warning. The warning shit, but they were kind of dragging their asses. They don't want to go because it's their fucking place. Plus, they're fucking their husbands and wives are fucking serving in the fucking national, they're part of the actual military. Why are we being moved? We're part of the government.
I'll just explain. It was like, I don't make the call, I just enforce it, and then I'll show the badge.
Yeah, they realize that they have no real room to sit bitch, but they'll start moving and leaving. It'll take you a couple hours of general misery and unhappiness before you get a bunch of people who finally clear out of the narrows that lead up to the mansion. So you'll have a very nice, cleared out, about 2 miles by 1/2 mile wide stretch of beautiful beachfront cleared out, so that way your boss can have a private party.
And I'll go, once they're all moved out, I will go set up Overwatch, and so that'll be me for the next couple hours.
All right.
I will send my little my little steampunk friend, or a steam powered friend, to go and double check houses that we've already done to make sure they've been cleared. Because he can do that.
All righty.
My little construct.
All right. As he's busily working his way through things, you can see a few what looks to be best described as people who didn't get out with the rest, who are taking this opportunity to either do nefarious acts of, theft, stealing. What syndicates do in this area?
He will when he finds them, if they're inside of the residences, his alarm will go off. A very loud, ear-piercing alarm.
Ah, shit! It's the cops! Run for it! And you see an entire group of gnomes go running off into the darkness, scurrying as fast as gnomes can run off.
And then as soon as they're clear, he'll stop and he'll just keep continually going through. And
you've continued to make this wonderful place not. So people will have stuff still after you've been through here. That's nice of you. How kind of you.
Well, it's not theirs.
That's true.
I have a one of the things is to protect the people. I'm protecting the people.
Hey, that's good for you. All righty. Which next little trigger point do I have set up? No. Oh, shoot. I don't have anything horrifically violent planned at this exact moment. I'm so sorry.
It is okay. It is okay. We did not find or procure any of the ice house beer required for the Memorial Bilious Maximus stream.
God, Ice House.
That was Bill's typical drink after working hours had ended. So that is what I was looking for, and I could not find it in a reasonable amount. They kept wanting to sell it in 24-can packs. Who has the liver for that?
I do. I just don't want to.
Bruce does.
I would say I'm too good for that, but no, I'm not. I will drink that.
I couldn't even tell you the last time I had an Ice House.
Shit.
I've been drinking Pabst Blue Ribbon lately because it's very good.
God. Couldn't pay me to drink that shit.
It's all you want. Out of all the mainstream, it's the only one that's making many songs right now about straight people.
As the sun begins to set, you can start seeing the long, steady stream of various steam-powered vehicles heading off towards the. Some of them have some very expensive, beautiful-looking vehicles that are, actually don't sound like they're completely running off, horrible steam-powered engines. So a few of them have lightning generators on board and glide by, except for that horrible crackling light off out of their engine compartments. But you don't have to worry about those. Just don't shoot at them funny. You know better. But yes, all those wonderful people the president really wants to have for his party are all making their wonderful, wonderful line there. And you can hear a few. Your radio guy comes over and he's kind of talking about how there's currently a small firefight happening down at one of the banks. They're putting in a request for backup. That's not really your problem, but it could be your problem. But
is it the same bank I took note of earlier?
Similar, one of their banks.
Okay, I'll notate it down.
There's currently a firefight between local police and one of the local gangs who are currently trying to rob it, and they're already reporting that their lieutenant has been shot. And it's just
lieutenant.
Yeah, there's a general chaos coming over, but that's over in that part of the city. That's way over there. You don't need to worry about that unless you want to, but you don't have to. That's not your job.
I'm going to be working the entrance and reviewing the guests, seeing if I noticed anything out of the unusual, looking for illicit weapons.
Most of them have most of them are armed. They're going to be disarmed, when they're at the estate, which you're not part of that detail. They're all bringing a variety of wonderful gifts because you all have to, all the rich people have to pony up for, continued support from the guy who is the legitimate ruler of the country. Completely, totally.
This week.
For now. Or at least another 4.5 years until the next election rolls around. And beyond that, it's like I said, if you don't, so it's like unless you feel like setting up an outer checkpoint to filter out the rich people. You can do that if you want. It's up. You have a lot of leeway at the moment because the rest of your people are all busy somewhere else doing their own work or sleeping because, well, the fortress that you guys were staying at is really, really nice. And it's like the guard had a lot of money to spend to make a very comfortable place for them. Yeah, the facilities were fantastic. The food was amazing. The beds are soft for once, and you don't have to hear this dull, rhythmic, magical thump of the engines in the background. That was a nice change of pace.
I'll set myself up as the secondary TSA. After they've been checked, I'll be doing a secondary check. Knowing that someone's going to screw up somehow.
Hey, well, technically you should look at your own party and go, remember, your people are about 120 of people who are just like you. So, do you think they're going to screw up? Probably.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm assuming that they are.
You're probably right. You are the best of the best the military has produced, obviously. Military or private society has produced. Recruited. I recruited because you all like paychecks. Yeah, you're right. I need to be number two. You have a wonderful.
I will definitely remind them who they will answer to, should one hair of the president's head be put out of place.
A few of them do kind of give you this kind of creepy look because most of them don't expect the commissar to be standing there looking at them as they're sitting here getting ready to go to a nice, wonderful party. Most of them are very well dressed, or a few of them have that the old uniform is that's one size a little too it fits still. Remembering the glory days of when they were there when the president launched his wonderful campaign that retook this city 30 years ago, and so yeah, a lot of people are sitting there having a nice, wonderful time and getting creeped out by the fact that they're having to stare you down, and they're slightly discomfortable by you.
Good. Nobody should be comfortable tonight.
I will find something to do that is miles away from Captain Killjoy.
Technically, you're part of his view. I actually no, he's not. He is part of. Yeah. You could find something to do on this wonderful stretch of beach. It's actually quite pretty. If you want to head down to the beach where there's absolutely no one else there, you can.
I will. So the beach is completely empty. Everybody's been pushed further into town or into the city.
Yep.
And I will find myself wandering in the city as I'm picking at my violin as I'm walking, just looking around, keeping my eyes open for anything.
1 second. Give me a second. I need to look up something on your character sheet. I need to find it.
Were you able to access it?
I'm trying. Give me a second. I had opened this all on my phone. I don't have it. I didn't open it on my computer yet. There we go. What kind of program are you? What format's that in?
Oh, let me look. What do you need to know?
Mainly your perception check.
Give me a hot second.
If you'd like to roll it yourself and then tell me what you got, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I can do that.
You could.
Actually, I think I might use roll dice because fuck computer dice.
Computer dice are bad. We know this.
Yeah, no. No computer dice. All right. My perception.
Reminds me, I need to get real dice out because I want to actually roll real dice too. Because
my perception is an 18. Give me a second to go grab a d20.
What was that number?
My perception before I roll is an 18 before I roll.
Alrighty. Just keeping an eye out over here on the harbor. So, what'd you get?
Like I said, I need a hot second.
No problem. My apologies. I was being pushy. That's on me. I shouldn't be so pushy. Sorry. I like that sound.
All right, 18 plus 16 is things and numbers. Hold on.
I know, right? Numbers are good. I like those numbers. Those are high numbers.
34.
I'm thinking so. 16 plus 18. Yeah, 34.
All right. In the gloom of the darkness, without much more than starlight and the background light pollution of the city, you can see somewhere out in the harbor some boats moving around without running lights.
Oh, that doesn't look good. Do we have walkie-talkies?
Yeah, you actually have what are in essence translated to print the sending spell on an earbeat that you can actually use back and forth and key to the party.
I touch
And
or
somebody
I
else in the party
activate it.
has a bigger version that allows you to go talk to somebody higher up.
Right. I just tap it to activate it. Hey, we got movement on X side of the island, and they're not having any running lights. With the big cheese in the party mode, I think somebody needs to keep an eye on this. Somebody's
Isn't
looking
that
for
you?
Fine. I guess we could unleash maybe one delayed blast fireball today.
Nope.
From my position at Overwatch, do I see what he's talking about through my scope?
As you turn to go out there and look at it, yes, you can see what looks to be about one, possibly a few more. What looks to be little launches that are out there in the harbor. You really can't tell how many people are on it. Just that the boats are moving under power out there in the water.
Okay. I will attach the scope to my Schlogen anti-material rifle.
All right.
And make sure it's at the ready to sink boats if necessary.
Alrighty. As things keep quietly playing out, like they seem to stop. Like before you pull the trigger on them, they do seem to stop and kind of go dead in the water. Like they know they're somewhere they probably shouldn't, but they're not going any further.
Okay. I will keep an eye on them.
I wish I could edit this. No. Oh no.
Be ready to edit with Daka.
Oh no. Did I just accidentally delete the map? I deleted the
No.
map.
It's still up there, isn't it?
No, I just
Off to the right-hand side, you should have cards and such.
Oh no. Shit. Oh, where did I delete the map to? Forgive me for being out. Okay, browser assistant. Is that my card? No.
Don't worry. St. Kai here's more used to a physical table. This digital table is just a little of a wheelhouse.
It takes me a little bit longer to throw a map away in real life than it's on the computer.
Over here, it's 2 clicks. Bam, bam.
I was looking for a how to edit map button on my map that I drew. Oh, hell's bells. Let's see here. What can I fuck up now?
I prefer empty
Don't
night.
ask that question. That is not the question to ask.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll just read a much more personal thing. No,
We
no
are
people.
better than Vox Machina. We fuck
Oh, yeah,
shit up.
yeah. I am completely, totally the better than that man.
Have you
No.
seen him? His stuff is so lame.
No, I wish I was that good. I wish I had 2 model builders who built me free shit that looked really fucking awesome.
All we have to do is just voice over a crappy cartoon. And
Hey, that cartoon is actually pretty damn funny.
I'm 3 episodes in, and I have yet to be impressed.
Oh, wait till the bard gets into his shenanigans.
Wait. Are you 3 episodes in and are you depressed?
3 episodes in, depressed.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Put things over here. So yeah, they're currently about somewhere in the harbor, about here. That's about where they're at. This is horrible, and I feel really depressed.
I don't feel depressed. You should feel depressed if, like, your stripper girlfriend leaves you or something.
Man, I would be very depressed if that happened. There's the battleship. Trying to draw it in as close as I can. Looks kind of cool. No, it's not. I have a better picture, but it's not right here. It's
Hey, Six Nation,
You had a
best
vanishing
don't
pill. A blue pill makes your penis bigger. Kai found a vanishing pill. He made a penis vanish. The penis vanished.
Look, that's the icon for this. No, god damn it. Oh, fuck that. Fuck me on this one, man.
Control Z. Control Z. Yes.
Okay. There we go.
Mobius.
You know what? I can't draw. It didn't save.
We've got an idea.
You've got an
Moving
idea.
on.
No,
Yep.
That's the ship that you guys ride around on normally. So, boof. Done.
That ship is a blue pill. Do you see the cannons on that?
The president's overcompensating. Actually, the person
We
who
are
stole
making orphanages and friends.
the person he stole it from was overcompensating, and now he's overcompensating because he stole somebody else's big toys. Actually, he pissed off a lot of people stealing.
Look at the guns on that. A
That's
Finbot
right.
has nothing on that.
That's right.
So I go and radio back. So has the boats been neutralized?
No, not yet.
They are sitting in the harbor. They haven't moved.
Like they're just sitting here quietly waiting.
I see this very suspicious whorehouse. I'm gonna go check it out.
The whorehouse is a good bit away, but you can start walking that way if you wanted to.
Sure. I need to make sure it's safe.
Right. Could have done that a while ago, but yeah, no problem. You can do that right now.
I'll notate his leaving his post and
Not
keep it in
leaving
my
my
notes for later.
post. It's a wandering post.
That's right. I'm always on duty, right?
I'm always on duty to pleasure some booty.
No, I'm done. I'm not gonna.
Just breathe.
Inhale, exhale, repeat if necessary.
So, for those of you joining us, this is Kai's first foray into the Index Card RPGs VTT, IC VTT. It's kind of a new thing, even for me, and I'm the one who introduced it to the rest of them. Some of the functionalities are still in beta.
Like editing a note card after you've already said I'm done editing it. I said add to scene. I was like, awesome! I'll add it to scene now. That'd be awesome. Nope. Boop. Alrighty.
That's right. We can go theater of the mind.
Good because I all my mapping plans went right out the window. Awesome. We're learning today. Isn't that great?
That's all right. We'll have something up for next week.
Good. Because that would be what I need to do.
Yeah, and just drop me a thread on Discord, Kai, with the images you want, and I'll make sure they're ready for VTT next week.
I'll get the drawing, so I'm actually properly drawing it all out properly. Hooray! Scanner, paper, I can do that. All right. Anyway, as the night gets, as the convoy goes on, you guys are left here in this nice, quiet town and doing your wonderful wonderful patrol. And out in town, there, I can only describe it as a rather bright flash, as a kind of an if anyone's got knowledge arcana right now, it'd be a very nice skill to roll at this point.
Do I see where it originates from?
Yeah, somewhere in town. Somewhere in the city.
I'm gonna radio over the comm link. Does someone have eyes on that? Because I'm still watching the boats.
I got a natural 24, if you include my natural 1.
Was that one there?
Natural 1 plus 23 is 24.
24. A 1's not an automatic failure, so just like a 20 is an automatic success. Well, you can definitely tell that somebody decided to throw a. You're not quite sure how much, what was behind it, but you can definitely say somebody threw a fireball spell out in town somewhere.
It just looks like somebody throwing a fireball.
What was that?
Some scab magician throwing a fireball. Probably not a guilty like us.
Right. Unfortunately, without with that check with the 1, that's about all you're going to get out of it. Simply, there's somebody's detonating a fireball out in town. It was bright. It was a bright one too. How nice! I'm going to close. Thank you for closing that. Not important anymore. Oh, my shame is still on screen. My shame. Oh, but anyway, so how are you using that little bit of information?
Well, you said somebody was heading that direction to check it out?
Yeah. All right. So who's heading out that way? If you're going to bother to go look.
Or necessary violence to apprehend the scab wizards has been approved.
Well, the only person you have to do okay is, hey, Commissar. That's an unlawful use of magic.
Get a squad or 2 out there ASAP.
All righty.
Whoever's closest, bring them in.
All right. You head out to what probably is a little bit on the edge of the quarantine at the presidential decrees residential district, and you can see what looks to be a bunch of individuals who are round at what looks to be a burning hospital. Kind of busily rounding up, gathering up and rounding up people, and yeah, it takes you a little bit to get out. There before it all.
Like about what, an hour and a half?
To load up, if you go on foot, an hour and a half. If you load up in like a patrol vehicle, you can probably get there faster.
Patrol vehicle.
Yes. I'm sorry. You guys do have access to equipment because, you have an asshole for a boss who lavishly throws crap at you guys.
What a shame.
I'm sorry. I didn't tell you everything that you have. My apologies.
That's right. How far away? How far away am I from where the explosion went off?
You're about 2 miles.
Jesus. I will get onto my government-approved moped. I don't know, whatever vehicle.
Probably a moped, because welcome to narrow European-esque streets. Probably a moped.
Don't forget your pants.
That's right.
Vespa.
God, pretty much. There's off-road stuff for when you go out in the country, but unless you feel like fighting crocodile centaurs, that no one's using those out in town. So
Either way, I'm sure I saw the light from the big boom.
Yes,
All
yes,
right.
big boom, big boom.
you see what definitely looks like a operation very similar to what you guys are I would be up to right now happening. A bunch of military police, a bunch of troops who are clearing out what looks to be a burning hospital. Make a no, I'll let you guys handle this one from here.
If we can get a little closer to that burning hospital, I can douse the area in a couple of cold spells. You've seen me do this before. I'm not your typical evoker wizard. The new options for admixture offer a variety which are unparalleled in the old world. So, if we need to have a bevy of cool and ice spells abounding to help extinguish these flames, I can do this!
Fantastic. A bunch of your and luckily you have a bunch of your fellow people who are nearby, right? Who can help you. As you get closer to this wonderful group of people, you can see that one person is like sitting here with what looks like a notebook, and they're currently like checking out. It's like a folder and notepad, checking out various people who are lined up in front of the burning building, and kind of like checking off people and seeing if they're on the list or not. Nothing out of ordinary? Cool.
When I can, my character will start casting Cone of Cold.
All right, you move up there. What looks to be somebody, someone does come up to you and goes, "Can I see your papers, please, sir?"
Excuse me?
Papers, please.
My name is Bilius Maximus, Republican Wall Wizard.
Give him my papers if this is the acceptable custom.
You can see he looks at it and he kind of motions over a few other people and he's like, "They came to us for once. Well, that makes it easier."
Stay out of my fucking way.
Cone of Cold.
The building or the guys?
The Cone of Cold.
Okay.
On the building.
Okay. I'm like
I'm thinking like, we've got a fucking hospital that's on fire here, and you're asking me about papers?
Yes.
Let me kick you in the fucking framework before I cast a spell. No, I don't do that. I want to. But I don't.
As you get to putting out the building, these guys kind of take your papers and kind of just scurry off towards the rest of the people who, like I said, who are busily lining up people, and you can see them kind of whispering back and forth with themselves, and they're just kind of talking amongst themselves, next to a burning building that you're trying to put out.
I'll walk up behind him and over the building, I will cast Create Water. I think it's a 10th level cleric. That's 25 gallons.
Yeah.
How many? 40 gallons of water that'll drop down on top of the roof and down the structure.
And after he gets done with that, I'll hit it up with Ice Storm. 30-foot radius. 30-foot diameter.
All right.
Well, it was hot. It was cold. It was hot. It was cold.
Is it yes and no?
Don't say so. I guess at
Maybe
this
in
point,
and out?
make my way. I see Maximus and what's his character's name?
The doctor.
The I walk up to them. I see you fine gentlemen have this taken care of.
Since I'm interrogating these assholes now, get my paperwork back before I fucking fireball them.
Since you're actually paying attention, not busily casting spells, would you? No, I'm not. No.
Go ahead and do that. Yes, yes. Continue your train of thought.
How paranoid are you?
Not really. I'm more cocksure than I am paranoid.
Then you're fine. You're fine. This is perfectly fine. This is perfectly fine.
In an Alex Jones sort of way, it's a mystery about this fucking school on fire.
I know, right? Who said it? Why are these people like all freaked out about a wizard who just threw spells, at some rogue wizard who's burning a building down or tried to? And
can I see? Okay, I'm assuming how tall is this building again? I'm sorry.
A 3-story building.
Can I see into the windows from my street, like the third? Where is the fire at? What story is it on?
It's kind of burning across the second and third stories. It's like they were trying to. It's like somebody decided to blow up the. Now that you're closer to it, somebody went with a lot of firepower, bordering on War Major Cormier levels of firepower to go blow up the executive and the very important person wing.
Ah. Okay, so if I can see up to I'll back up so I have a line of sight for the third story window, and I'll cast it there. Which that much water will drift down and should, number one, protect the top floor. Number two, should just filter down and put out anything that's there.
You're doing a wonderful job of putting out the fire. How is there anyone being perceptive or possibly looking around or doing anything while these?
Yeah, I'm watching the area while those guys are casting spells.
All right.
I'll roll for you.
Is our Inquisitor missing? I think so.
The Inquisitor and I are back at the mansion, keeping watch over our charge.
I'm okay. That changes things a little bit. I'm sorry. I thought okay.
I rolled a 35 on perception.
All right. You being the wonderful watch partner, guy looking around, you notice what looks to be down the street, about three blocks away, what looks to be a pair of trucks who are middle of blocking the road, who are keeping the fire trucks from getting here. You can see the little flashy roundabout lights that are trying so hard to look important, and a little bell, and it's 3 blocks away. You really can't hear anything that's being said, but it looks like there's a conversation going on, very heated, very passionate, down the road. And
I'm making my way to the president's side to inform him of what's going on and let him know that I suspect something is.
I'll get back to you. In a minute. Before you, give me a second to get back to you. That's gonna be fun. All right, one moment for you. You guys, on the other hand, who are you three? You hear the poor grunts being making hand. Sorry. Connell, you're the one who, since you're busy now spell casting, not trying to put out fires and be, good Samaritan, because you're not a spellcaster. Congrats. You can see what looks like the riflemen kind of readying weapons to go kind of well, you get to hear the wonderful conversation of them going, well, the people that we want are here, and start pulling weapons around at you.
Guys.
You've been set up.
Yep. All righty.
I think we found the smoke, and they're going to cause the fire.
Yeah.
Have a good night, Flighty. Watch us tomorrow, please.
I didn't start the fire.
No, but
It's been burning since the world's been turning.
mm-hmm.
Nice, Baron.
That song is really hard to do for karaoke, by the way.
You think?
Know the lyrics.
I know the lyrics. It's just it's too fucking the speed of the tempo is too fast.
Wait, you brought it back?
Hey, the vagina cave is back.
I did my best to recreate what you had from watching the stream earlier.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Someone's got the forgery skill handy.
Oh, watching different tabs now.
Whoa!
There you go, boys.
Demonetized.
I had things. I was trying to move tabs. I hit tabs wrong. You found my. Oh no, DeviantArt open on accident. Oops.
Or did you hit tabs right?
No, that was DeviantArt. I was hitting the wrong buttons on the wrong tabs. I'm
No,
sorry.
that's right.
Okay. Where am I? Is people rolling? I don't know.
I am not rolling yet.
Okay,
No?
good. Okay.
Did we actually do character name introducing our characters?
I don't think you did.
We came up ahead of time. I didn't do that. I'm so sorry.
I meant for YouTube land.
I didn't think about that. I'm sorry. I mean,
That's okay.
Why don't we do
That's
that
fine.
so you have a second to get your boats together there, Kai?
Thank you.
So, Maximus, do you wish to go first?
Are all these individuals grouped together?
No, introducing your character.
Oh, my character?
Introducing your character.
My name is Bilius Maximus, Republican war wizard and attorney at law. Yes, he's back.
Baron.
I am Dr. Edward Beaumont. I am a cleric artificer.
Very cool. Shadow.
Inquisitor Eisenhorn. That's all you need.
Sounds about right. And our dear Jade.
Tonight I am playing Jonathan Drake. He is a gunslinger lawman. Mostly takes up high positions for sniping.
Very cool. And my character's name of tonight is Victorio Vincent Von Valentine, the world's greatest lover.
At least that's what you want to believe.
Hey, as I said, my character is more cocksure than he is paranoid. And of course, I will be introducing my lovely ladies as the night continues.
All right. So you guys are under ambush.
I had a feeling.
That's fine.
I have a feeling that I should, Isabella or Gabriella should be paying an introduction here soon, depending on how this goes.
All right. I have your four ambushers who are, well, five technically, but one's staying kind of quiet at the moment. Sorry, it's going to be theater of the minds. I did not have the time I needed to do everything I wanted to do.
Yeah,
That's fine.
All right. It's all right, Haas.
Also, Kai, I have locked the map, so it cannot be clicked on and or deleted accidentally.
Ever.
No premature explosion for you.
Oh, thank God. Not as cool as the Barracks Lawyer. I like that. You need to have one of those every. There always is one.
Yep.
I'm here to tell you what you're doing wrong. All right, we have a good for anybody who wants to have them.
I didn't know Robert was here.
Anyway, initiatives for anyone who's got them, who's in this wonderful ambush.
24.
You're on
I
24.
roll a modified 20.
20.
What are we doing? I'm sorry.
Anish.
You're being ambushed.
Woohoo! I rolled a 1. I've got a 3.
3. Awesome. What's your initiative modifier?
2.
2?
So
Okay.
yeah, no. That was my total. I rolled a 1 with 2 as my initiative mod.
That's what I'm asking. What's your initiative modifier?
Oh, wow.
Got it. Okay. Garrett, you still beat somebody.
I really like this class, Bruce. I think you should allow it in your campaign.
What class is it?
Swashbuckler.
It's still a good class.
No!
The Bruce has
Declaration of
spoken.
War makes it all the better.
I mean,
Anyway.
everything is in my game. What are you talking about? Swashbuckler.
I could take out the gun for a crossbow.
No.
They're full with swords. Anyway, speaking of swashbuckler, go do some swashbuckling.
Squash, squash, squash. Buckle, buckle, buckle. All right. So.
All right. It looks like what you got is you can see what looks to be the preliminaries of somebody who's on a rooftop, who's probably going to be a spellcaster at some point, because you can see the first signs of spellcasting. You can also see the 4 guys with rifles who are about to draw on you, trying to, but luckily you're way faster and way more agile than these guys. And it looks like the one guy who was carrying the folder and and Bruce's papers, going, "Oh crap, shit's going okay." His initiative was so fucking low that it wasn't even funny. So
Let me know when to go.
it's kind of how are you going to take standing in the open with a lot of people getting ready to put burning
I
hot
am going to move to where I have some kind of coverage and cast and then cast cat grace on myself.
Okay. All right. You find some debris that you can hide in. That's backwards. No, that's right. There we go. All right, and you cast Cat's Grace on yourself. Congratulations. All right. Republican War Wizard, what are you up to?
Pinpoint, center target. Unleash chain lightning.
Ouch. Ouch, these poor people. They're all
Should have
close.
waited. Should have
What's that?
waited. He should have waited.
Why?
You'll see in a second.
This is why I feel utterly useless.
No.
All right. Reflex save is going to be 23.
Oh no. Okay. And how much burning shocking pain are you putting on for saps?
Before half for saving throw, the center target, and I'm assuming these assholes that are targeting us, drawing down on us, trying to hold us under arrest. Fuck you. That center bastard is going to suck up 59 points of damage. The other is going to save for half.
Ow. A bunch of people are screaming in sheer pain and agony right now.
I'm not hitting all of the people within the bubble, just those like 6 or 5 that are being a complete and total twat.
5, right? Is it 5, right?
Yep.
Okay. And they're all taking a buttload of pain and suffering, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. They're not dead, but they are painfully crying and shocking, twitching, as they have taken way more than they wanted to. A few of them feel demoralized and decide that you need to eat as much lead as humanly possible because you're a scary caster, and they are mortals wearing heavy great coats that are now all smoldering in pain and suffering. What? Dear wizard, what is your AC that I may now hurt you badly with?
Total is going to be 22. Combined
Okay.
22 between Mage Armor 2 and Shield and my Dexterity, which is +1.
In their hope of hurting you, in their shock of being shocked, only two graze past, graze a leg and graze a hand for a grand total of about 18 points of damage. As they open up between two bullets, one they all rolled miserable, but just grazing across and leaving these painful reminders that mere mortals can't actually hurt you. But as they go running for cover, hoping they can find something to not be shot, don't stand together like a bunch of goons. When lightning is thrown about miserably, that would be 4 guys and the caster who's currently. So Garrett, you want to go?
Oh, yeah. Over their heads, create water.
They are very wet.
Yeah. 40 gallons of water just dumped on them. They need to make sure that they stand up.
That's true. Okay. I'll give you some thematics of.
Hence the reason why you should have waited, Bruce.
Yeah, because it would have doubled the damage.
I can help with that next round. Don't worry. We can still pull this one out.
I didn't think you ever pulled out.
I am the pull-out couch, my friend.
Three of the poor saps fall over in complete pain and suffering as they are washed off their feet, and the one officer who's still standing, who's still singed, realizes that he doesn't have a lot of time before anything, that he's about to get shot again. And realizing that he has a job to do, and he's not going to do it as long as and he's not going to have much more time to do it. Tries to polish off at least two of the lined up prisoners, so that way he can take care. Goes, well, I'm not getting out of this one. He's not firing at you because he realizes that at you guys, because he's not going to make it. He knows that he has a job to do, and he, unlike his friends who are all cowards, is going to try to at least do his job, and that leaves Garrett, and the wizard, and the one wizard on the rooftop, who is, God, he's so slow. He's slow. He's busily going to send down a reflex save for everybody in the party. Reflex. You'll be fine. I know you.
I actually
21.
rolled high. I'm happy.
What did you say?
I rolled high for once.
Me too. I rolled 16. I have a 21 total.
You can tell by the fireball that he drops that he's not as good a wizard as you guys. He's proud that he can drop that fireball, but he's definitely not to your caliber of level and capability. And he does a. Do any of you have evasion?
I do.
Okay, you're fine. You go hide behind some debris and an overturned cart, and you're like I'm fine. The rest of you take a meager 18 points of damage.
Meh.
I know. Meh is right. Anyway, Connell, do you want to start with the murdering?
I would love to start with the murdering. How tall are these roofs?
If you can get up to the top of them, they're about 12, 34. They're about 36 feet in the air. Neighboring roofs are only about 20 feet in the air because they're 22 feet in the air. So yeah, you only got about so if you make 22 feet vertical, you can reach the roofs.
That's not gonna happen.
Hey,
I am going to. I am going to pull out.
We never
Isabella.
pull out.
I'm going to pull out my revolver, aka Isabella, and I'm going to take aim and shoot.
all right. Shoot the shoot the caster.
Shoot the caster.
Shoot the caster.
16 plus 15 is 31 to hit.
That hits that poor bastard. He's a proud level 6 character. He thinks he's pretty hot shit until the real hot shit shows up. Now he's hurting.
All right, hold on. Let me. D8. Woohoo! For 10 points of damage.
You hear a high pitched scream as he gets hit, and shakes his hand a bit. He's like, "How about?" It's very faint, and because he's victorious up, he's screaming, but he kind of ducks ducks because he's that hurt a lot. Anyway, Bruce, get up to hurting somebody or some peoples.
Is that caster still up, or is he bleeding on the ground?
No, he's not bleeding on the ground, but he's smarting.
Wait, I got 2 more attacks.
Oh, go then keep murdering. Get to murdering. Keep murdering.
That is a 39.
That hits this poor guy.
Oh, wow. I did my math wrong when I first did it. That's fine. I did more damage than I thought. All right. I do. That's 19. 19 plus 9 points of damage.
Ow. So that poor guy, he's clutching himself and kind of slumping in a corner and going, "Ow!" He's not dead, but he wishes he was. He was.
And last shot is a 28 for 18 or 27 points of damage.
Wizard's down. You can hear a wonderful shot as that meaty third shot just kind of pummels into this poor guy, and he just drops out of sight with a rather high pitched scream of "Ow, that hurt." And that leaves Bruce, Wizard down. I got to clean up these goons.
I'm going to web the area that the goons are at and making sure their officer is elevated off the ground.
Good.
And if need be, I can bring either Shocking Grasp online or Scorching Ray.
All right. They're all webbed up. Okay. Did they get a saving throw on web? Making sure.
I believe there is.
I don't think the saving throw is until they move.
Yeah, they
good.
have to move first.
Okay, so they're webbed, and most of them, the pay ain't high enough to go die here for, especially when they oh crud. And all right, give me a second to go read what that thing does. One moment.
Quick question.
Go ahead, ask the question.
The rifles that they were using, what was the firing mechanism for it? Was it a flintlock type or
Bolt action like your guys's.
Okay. I was just making sure that if the water got into them, and
No. Most people, you can tell they're using the same general issue equipment that you guys are using. So
Okay. I was just making sure the water was going to screw it.
Looks like more gear for the armory.
well, they're now a bunch of in their fear and panic, trying to escape from the horrible mess that they've gotten themselves caught into. They seem to be stuck. Like they're grappled and they're miserable as they struggle desperately against a high-level caster's ability to freeze a bunch of these poor goons. If you want to keep them in place, go ahead. As they are useless. Garrett, what do you want to do these poor trap saps?
Oh, let's see. Actually, I think what I shall do is do a where's it at? Cure critical on our artillery piece that's right in front of me.
Keep him up. Good idea.
Thank you.
How much damage?
It's not damage; it's healing.
Healing?
One moment.
You rolled 15.
I know. I forgot to calculate it out.
Okay.
22 points. No, 23. I'm sorry, 23 points back.
Okay.
At this point, I look like I have a mere scratch.
Clothes are still torn. You get a tailor for that stuff later. But hey, till then.
No, I'll fix it after the fight. I've got mending.
That's true. Look how I look good. I know that one. I always look good after a fight. All right. So yeah, but the poor guy who's trapped. See if he can run away, and he's webbed still. These guys can't roll. My dice betray me as much as the computer does. Traitors. To the prison for you. Anyway, that brings us top of the order. Musketeer.
I walk over to where they're webbed up, pulling out my shotgun, aka Gabarella. And I reach into my bag and pull out a couple special type ammo that has a dragon on the inside of it.
All right.
And I'm imagining the shotgun is probably breech loaded.
If you want it to be, yes.
I walk up to it, kind of not leaning on him, but kind of getting close enough. Just point out the ammo. You see what this ammo is, right? It's a special ammo that's called Dragon Breath. Clink.
They know. They're afraid.
And I cock it open. I think you should give us some information.
Like it's going to matter in a few minutes.
So if I put the barrel into your mouth and said pulls said trigger, there won't be anything bright coming out of your mouth other than flames.
Oh no! One of the other ones. Oh no! We have no doubt you're going to look in a few. Like it won't matter because in a few, I'm going to pause it for you guys because that's when a very bright flash is going to happen behind you guys. I'm going to now fast forward. I rewind time back to our wonderful commissar. Wait,
I'm
computer?
hauling ass to the president.
Computer, what did you just do? No?
It just updated.
We're still good.
Okay.
We're still good. It's still there.
There's no boobs on the screen, disappointingly enough.
I understand. Look,
The double-headed party penis is still there. We're good.
yay!
It's just a ship from Prometheus.
It's
I have
just
no idea.
Pay no mind to the boobs
Yes.
on screen.
So, am I seeing any movement on the boats out in the harbor
Yeah.
after the fireball or whatever goes up in town?
Yes. The
Okay, so I'm
fireball.
gonna take. Are they moving towards my location?
They're heading towards the point. They're heading towards the point. As the same point as our wonderful counselor begins his trot down towards the retreat, the manor house. You will also have. That's about the point when you will notice what you would know as the first responders, the Marines the Marine detachment of your unit that's designed to be the when shit first goes wrong they're already moving towards the mansion.
Okay.
From the fortress. And
okay.
General warning is alarm is being sounded, but there's one thing that you're noticing that is suspiciously absent right now. Namely, nobody's talking over the magical earbuds at the moment. As in they're dead at the moment for some reason.
All right.
So it's kind of even isolated at the moment. As in there's no one that you could talk to at the moment.
Okay. So I'm going to look back to the vessels out in the water. How many of them are there?
Looks to be about 3 now. I'm 3 total that went from idle to moving.
Okay, so I'm going to take aim at the motor of the lead vessel. Hopefully, I can get the driver within the same line of fire as the motor, and I'm going to let off a round at that person from the anti-material rifle.
Alrighty.
How far is that?
A good about 150 yards, about 150 200 yards total.
150 yards, 300. Was that 300? Sorry, math tonight is failing me for some reason.
Don't worry.
Math is hard.
450, I do believe.
450? Oh, okay. So it's only just inside my first range increment.
Right.
So I'm going to, because it's within my first range increment, and I don't actually have to spend a grit point for this, I'm going to do a dead shot. Let's see here. This is how this works is I roll every one of my attacks, which with this weapon is 4 attacks, I believe. Yes, 4 attacks. And for any dice or any die that meets or exceeds the AC I'm attempting to hit, I roll weapon damage for each one of those successes. So let's see here. I will roll the dice, and you will let me know if I succeed or fail.
Oh.
Here.
Window tab.
15. Here.
Okay, that wasn't useful to know anyway. I closed tabs on accident. Mother.
That's all right. I will keep a running list going while you're sorting that out.
Fantastic.
Computer, stop betraying me. Yay!
I added it from my screen. You can still do whatever, but I've got my screen out.
No, I was just tabbing between many tabs, and my apologies. I thought I had this. Which one's the?
This is all at touch AC, by the way, because it's first range increment.
Understood. I am only looking for the invite back to my own site.
I'm throwing my party, but I forgot to invite myself. Wait, what?
Nice.
It's in the Discord. See here.
I did. I found it finally. Yay!
All right, so my first and last roll are the same because I've got rapid shot. Let's see here. So my first shot against a touch AC, and keep in mind I'm hoping to line up the person with the motor, but I'm mostly going for the motor, trying to kill that outright. So my first shot is a 32 against touch AC.
Alrighty. That
My
will
second shot.
hit a box.
Okay, my second shot is 22 against touch AC.
Okay.
Is that a success?
Yes.
Okay, is an 18 also a success?
Yeah, against the boat at this range, the boat, yes.
Okay, so I'm going for the motor. Like I said, if I could line up to get the driver as well, that's a bonus. But I'm mostly going for the motor. So then all 4 of them hit. So that is a total of, with this weapon, 2d12 times 4. That is 8d12 plus 6. Give me a sec. Let me flip back.
Okay, boats.
Okay. You get all the pulled up for you. Let's see here. 5. 6.
By the way, Kai, I just want to say, for all the craziness, you are actually doing a really good job for what this is your first attempt to use these.
I gotta admit, this is a very solid attempt for the first time.
Yeah. All right, Kai. So that is 75 points of damage. I am using my anti-material adamantine rounds. So I don't know what that's going to do to the engine. I'm hoping it guts it.
It will make the hardness of 10, that is the engine block, not an issue.
Okay.
The poor engine block that was like, I am built tough, like a good Chevy engine, and oh my god, bullets, big bullets, Burt Gummer sized bullets. Oh no.
Yeah, this is probably equivalent of a 50 or 75 caliber round.
Yeah, you know,
God.
Somewhere there's a Swede, a Swede who's very, very proud that his ski mounted gun is making Swiss cheese out of a large block V8. And
Yep.
and
so then so I have to take aim the next round, so it's going to go to someone else then.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Shadow because he's on the move.
So yeah, you're riding the recoil on this thing as you're just like bam, click, bam, click, bam, just sliding backwards a little bit as dust.
Oh no, I'm taking a moment to aim because I want to make sure I knock out their propulsion. It's going to take me 3 full rounds to take out these boats.
I understand, but this poor driver who is going, I am obviously just the guy who's driving the boat, and he suddenly turns into a red cloud of paste, and the engine is no longer a working device on any minor definition of it. No one's repairing this thing, and the other two boats are all kind of very, very shocked and confused about what just happened because there's now fire where an engine block, where an outboard motor once was over there. Ew, that's bad. That's very bad. Anyway. Going over to our wonderful commissar, as you're making your trot towards the palace.
I'm also yelling into my comms unit, letting the president know
which
exactly what happened.
Which unfortunately, you're in the same situation that Jaide's in, where you're kind of not hearing anything coming back, as in there's like
Something
you're not
jamming
reaching them, they're not reaching you.
We're being
So-
jammed from the inside. Okay, we're
Yep.
fucked.
Something bad's happening. Look, bad thing was happening.
Yep.
Give me 1 second. I'm still trying to make notes here. I am writing a lot of little details as fast as I can. Making me some pogs that are kind of important. There we go. There we go. No, Gibbs. All right, there we go. Wow, this is boat's going away. Boat group is going away real soon. Okay, actually, that needs to change its name. Change.
Charlotte, those are battleships, airships.
Picture is now missing. I had a picture once. Oh wait, no, I do.
Yes, those are battleships that are full of seamen. It goes along with this map.
Who are currently probably crying over the fact that their ship is probably running off of one turbine that's running basic power and now going. It would be really cool if we could move right now. I'd really cool if it was moving right now. So there's a lot of people who are probably panicking and running around on that ship right at the moment. But you're not on that ship at the moment. So you don't need to worry about the horrible sound that's happening. And a bunch of people who are being very, very, very rudely awakened, and some yard people who are probably very, very freaked out on. We're now in the wrong place. This isn't good for us. But anyway, like I said, Shadow, you get to watch the first responders making their best attempt to get to the mansion, and as Jay gets ready to go, I put another a couple round burst into another boat, I assume.
It's only one shot, but I'm pooling all of my my attacks into one shot, basically.
Okay, I know the feat. I know the ability you're using. It's a really cool ability. I love using it.
Yeah.
For just this trick. So yes, writing one shot really well. Like I said, somewhere is a very heavy speech engineer who's happy you're using a gun this big. 20 millimeters should not be a rifle.
This is why I wanted an anti-material rifle.
I understand.
Those vehicles.
I understand. I even warned you about that.
Real quick, Charlotte, this is the Index Card RPG VTT.
It is called ICVTT.
I see titties.
No,
ICVTT.net is the site.
Oh, Kai, I cannot wait to watch Dungeons & Dragons with you this coming Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kai, do you need another attack from me?
No, I'm just going to delete another boat off of the useful group because I do believe you have proven that you versus a Chevy big block engine is not a fight.
Not against what was it? 8D12? No.
No. So you versus that the mighty 15 horsepower outboard motor is definitely not your enemy. Sorry, not a valid challenge to you right at the moment.
Okay. Do I see any of the people getting off the boat trying to swim to shore?
At the moment,
I'll leg them and leave them if they're going to remain in the boat and not do any further stupidity after I take out the motors, I will leave them in the boat.
They're too far offshore. They know better than to try to swim it. Okay, if they're going to do it, they're going to probably drop gear first before they even try to make that wonderful long swim back to shore with all that crap. No, they're not going to do this. They didn't sign up for this shit.
After the 3 rounds of taking out the vehicles, I will start looking for other targets.
That will be the point where where time is going to catch back up to.
So I think Shadow is still moving towards the president while I was taking out boats. So
you're making the run towards get back here. So you're still making the run out this way because you got a bit of nice empty housing that you don't need to worry about.
It wasn't that far from the front gates.
Yes, you're not that far. You're going to. So this is the point when this has only been a little bit of time, and so this is the point where I get to catch up with the. Hey, we're nearing the end of the session anyway. Cliffhanger for next week. The next week moment of the giant fortress for the bulk of your friends and co-workers are all currently, waking up, putting on their gear, and getting ready to go out there and go fight the good fight. Has a nice proof that somewhere there is a very, very powerful war wizard, or they were already prepared for you. Series of wonderful explosions that leave a smoking crater where the fortress that was all your friends was standing, and leaving you guys with a wonderful set of choices going on to the future. I'll let you go. No, give me a second. How are you going to respond to that little detail?
Explain that again. The mansion just went up.
No. The fortress where all of your where I said you guys were all quartered and barracks for the night. Where the other 2/3 of the blue jackets were all stationed at.
Is that out here?
No, that would have been where that green, that blue box that was down here on the peninsula. That would have been
used to be
where you.
Oh, okay.
And that
there.
I wish you could see it. Let me see if I can draw another happy-go-lucky thing. Crater icon. There we go.
So if you double click the map, that's how I'm getting the concentric rings there. That's all I'm doing.
Oh, right here, where it once was.
Okay, so it blew up next to me.
Yes, you're not caught in it, but it's a wonderful burning, flaming debris pile full of screaming and agony and death and destruction, and more like somebody took some time and prepared for a wonderful surprise for the first and third shifters to have a horrible, burning, painful encounter with death.
Lovely.
And that you guys, who are very, very smart and nice and wonderful, out here to be, and the first responders who are busily heading that way, and whatever might be out here on, the other half of a second shift who are out here somewhere in the darkness without communications.
So the place, from my understanding, the place where that holded all the other soldiers,
You're back up.
Just blew up.
Yes.
Yep.
Mother of Dios.
As in somebody wanted you all dead, and some of you went out to go meet the first wave of the ambush a little early, and the ambush is actually happening now. And as much as I'd like to continue pushing on a little, I'll let you guys have a little bit of as we have our 10 minutes to think about I think I will take a small step back from talking like crazy and let you guys process that for a bit, or call it for the night, and then we'll come back with and pick up from the cliffhanger and figure out what you got to do. Which technically, if you go through, no, I'm gonna shut up now. Let others talk. I should shut up.
Actually, I think this is actually a good place to call it.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a good cliffhanger.
Good cliffhanger.
Yes. So, everyone, we want to thank you for joining us for Kai's first foray into DMing for us. We're going to
digitally DMing.
Yes, and we'll kind of go around the table, see what everybody's got going on this week. We'll start with Bruce.
Well, if you will come back on Saturday at 12:30, I will be trying to gather my party and venture forth. And it'll probably be about 1 o'clock in the afternoon when we start doing that. So come by at the midday and bring some popcorn. They're going to be getting grilled by dwarves. Go ahead, Garrett.
Donald, what do you got going on this weekend?
Well, other than Bruce's campaign on Saturday, Sunday, we'll be talking about I don't know what year it came out of, the Charles Heston's El Cid.
1956?
I think it might be. I don't think it might have been El Cid, a medieval type film, I believe, with Charles to finish up the last Charles Heston movie I will be watching this year.
Want to bet?
So you think?
I hate you all.
1961.
1961?
Yep.
Luckily enough, I don't have to buy it. It's on YouTube.
With ads.
Oh, man.
It's got Sophia Loren in it. I mean, come on now.
All right, Shadow, what do you got going on?
Well, tonight the little guy and I will be working on our War Cradle Western Saloon model. It's an MDF kit. You can watch us fumble around with that for a bit. And then Friday, I will be doing a one-on-one with the one and only Squirrel Hermit at 1 o'clock avocado time. Saturday, of course, I will have my usual sci-fi shadow chat with the motley assortment of sci-fi nerds, followed by the show I do with Nathan Allen, the Quantum Show with Nathan Allen. So if you guys are into paranormal, cryptids, UFOs, that sort of thing, we'll be talking about that till the wee hours of the morning, followed up by Sunday hanging out with Connell and the other motley crew, talking about El Cid. And then, just like it says in the title, Shadow and Sun, me and the boy will be doing a bunch of Western-themed game reviews. I think I have another game review, probably Deadlands on Friday, I forgot.
Deadlands on Friday, hell yeah.
Nice.
And, more Western goodness from the boy and I all month long, because it is April, and that's what we do in April. If we're not talking about John Carter, Warlord of Mars, but that was last year, so you have to wait till next year for some more John Carter goodness. Otherwise, like I said, just like the title says, me and the boy doing all kinds of cool Western reviews, crafts, and that sort of thing. Hope you guys enjoy.
All right. Go ahead, Connell.
Sorry to mention really quick, me and Kai will be seeing the D&D movie. Then sometime the following week, if not next week, I'll have him on my channel, and we'll be reviewing the fuck out of that movie.
We'll get to it eventually.
I'm actually expecting a middling review from you guys, because I know
it's an okay movie. So
no. I've been hearing good and bad about it, and it just seems like a movie that it doesn't try to oversell. It's got its charm, but it's not lined in chrome. If you understand what I mean.
It's not John Wick.
John Wick 4 was amazing.
All right. Last but not least, Jade, what do you got coming up this weekend? What not?
So next week on Gatekeepers, Shadow is going to be leading us in a discussion about the forces that oppose the pantheons we create, the evil demons, devils, and such, or even evil deities. This weekend, against better judgment, I have been talked into going to my 20th high school reunion, again, against better judgment. So that's where I'm going to be at.
Do you have bail money set aside?
Well, I will look forward. I'll try to have some bail money set aside. Let's put it that way. Again, against better judgment. Either way, yeah. So mostly my focus is on gatekeepers for my channel, as well as having the other two gentlemen beside me here every week or every other week, as the case might be. If you are not subscribed to any of the channels you see here, please consider doing so, because it helps us grow. It helps us get our word or our thoughts out to the public at large.
All right. So I want to thank everybody for joining us, and we will see you all next week.
Have a good night, everybody.
Night, everybody.
God bless.
Hey, everyone.